Nikki 2 times, coming at you again with another Sunday Funday. We're on episode number 82. And as you can see, things look a little bit different. I'm back to going strictly with the phone, testing it all out tonight. Jamming some music in the background like the good old days. Thank you, Moon. Yes, it was a very tough loss for your guy, Nikki 2 times. We'll certainly talk about that quite a bit as we move along on the show. We got my man, Daniel Cryfall. What's going on? No alternate egos. I don't have my iPad or any other phones. Just strictly me and you hanging out tonight. Gonna try this way. See how it all works out. It's been too long. I've been having a lot less view time from you wonderful folks out there. So I figured I'd go back to old school. Bring in just the phone. No slides. No bupkis. Just good old fashioned talk and fun. So welcome in, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's lower the music a bit. Yes, of course, a very tough day. Philadelphia Eagles with the loss, but I'm still repping. I'm still jamming with you guys tonight. I will do my best to not. Yeah, I know, Scotty. Tough one. Definitely some, as usual, through the whole season, questionable play calls throughout. It was brutal. They started off the way I was hoping the whole season would go. They were running RPO. They were doing play action, screens. They had all kinds of good wrinkles going on. And then they fell back into the same bullshit trap that they've been running through the whole season. And it bit them in the ass. You know, you can only ask the defense to do so much. What is going on, Sith? Definitely now that I'm back to the phone, I'm going to have to do a lot more wearing the glasses and seeing how you guys are hanging. Look at that. See, maybe that's not a good idea because you see the light through, but just so I can see your comments. I do like the camera on my phone is a ton better than the one on the laptop. That's for sure. So the look is definitely better, but you know, I did like doing the slides, but that's a lot of work. Even, you know, getting the notes that I have for tonight, it does take effort. It does take work to do the things that I'm doing, but I don't know any other way than to get back on top and get the watch hours and get things rolling and having a good time than trying to go back doing it this way. You know, I got the hashtags out there. I got the time slot that I've been using for a year and a half now. We'll see. The only thing that sucks is I wish I could do the tags beforehand, but it looks like I can only do the tags after the stream is over. But if I could do the tags ahead of time, it'd be easier for people to search what I got going on. So as people come in, you know, we'll talk football. I'm going to talk other sports as well. That's what I do. I still have the notes for all that. We'll talk a little about other football league. Soccer, like we call it here in America. English Premier League, Arsenal still sitting on top with 49 points. Manchester City and Aston Villa with 43 points. Also today, congratulations to Barcelona. Them and Real Madrid play today in the Spanish Super Cup final, hosted in Saudi Arabia, of all places. You know, money talks. Barcelona with the win, 3-2. Rafinha scored twice for Barcelona. You know, that's the team that Yamin Lamal plays on. He didn't score, but it was his team, so congratulations. Yeah, I need to start doing goofy stuff on these lives, because for those of you in chat that weren't on Spinetics Live last night, we were scrolling through and looking at different things, and it's unbelievable what people are doing out there, and have 150 people watching, 1,500 people watching. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll do some mukbang videos and eat some crazy shit on the live. You know, should eat some of that hot chicken that I had earlier. I'll tell you what. And the Eagles weren't the only ones that lost today. I lost my lunch a couple times. That hot chicken was kind of, it tasted great, but it did not sit well with Nikki 2 times this week. Justin, I'm not sure. I guess you're a Houston. I know you're a Cowboys fan. But maybe Houston is your backup team. I wouldn't mind seeing them win tomorrow night. Yeah, we found the Corn family there, Scotty, last night. Guys wearing corn masks and talking. I didn't hear what they were saying, but rather interesting. Hey, Justin, I didn't talk about it in our thread, but it was crazy. Oh, Houston can suck it. Okay. Don't let Sean Jedi Master hear you say that. But where the hell was I going? Oh, Collectorholic's here. Hold on, Collectorholic. Let me get you a wrench. I think I could still do that. There you go, Collectorholic. Thanks for being here, pal. I appreciate all the support I can get. Justin, I did not complain and mention it today in our text thread, but it really sucks. As of today, I have fallen below the 3,000 watch hours, so hopefully I can gain that back. I don't think they take, according to Moon Over Miami, as long as you stay active, they don't take your perks from you. So that part's good, but still, it's like a knife to the heart as I'm trying to work the hours and I fall below the mark, which really sucks. We got my man Uncanny Swag in the house. What's going on there, Swag? We are going to open up some cards today. Yeah, the flu definitely kicked my ass. You know, I tried my best. I missed the week, and then last week I was just not feeling it and shortened. Who knows? Tonight I might not be feeling it either, going through everything pretty fast. But I do appreciate the support from you guys. You know, it does make me keep on going. But yeah, I sit to say, like, I don't have, I have man boobs, but I don't have breasts, and I'm not weird enough to do some crazy shit that's gonna get me 10,000 people watching me at one time. But yes, that's gonna be looks like as we've talked, that's gonna be a new segment over there on Spinetics Live on Saturday nights. It's Spinetics Live and Your Team Sucks, 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific time. I'm sorry. 8 p.m. Pacific time. My apologies. You can find this over there every Saturday night, and a new segment might be coming up to where we do scroll and react to other YouTubers out there and what they're doing and running up against our show. Sorry, just reading some stuff. Not just you guys in chat, but stuff is popping up on the bottom. Them suggesting me trying stuff. But no, I'm good with what I'm doing right now, YouTube. As always, you gotta stay hydrated. Tonight, I'm still repping the Eagles. Got the Eagles. Got a little Turkey Hill sweet tea in the cup. Like my sweet tea. It is all good. If you haven't had a chance, check out the hot chicken, Nanu's hot chicken. Small video, 50 seconds. I popped it up there so you can finally actually see what the hell is Nick talking about hot chicken and what's so special about hot chicken. Well, it was absolutely delicious today. They packed it full. Last time they kind of skimped on everything. This was overflowing with the chicken, the fries, the cheesy sauce, the seasoning, all nine. It was really good. Great way to start off game day, and then the Eagles to shit the bed, so to speak. So maybe they had a little too much hot chicken themselves. Hey, new channel, your vertical sucks. Well, your vertical sucks, yet you still have 177 people watching, but only 6 likes. All that shit's funny to me. It's weird. You got all these people watching, but no one's even giving you a thumbs up. So I don't know what that's all about, or something in the YouTube glitch where the likes come later. I don't know, but it's funny. Besides, you hardcore supporters on Sunday night, maybe I need to, find a new, like, I gotta get the cat community on my side or something, or I gotta get the travel people on my side and grow this channel that way. And Nick's gonna go live 7 days a week. Sundays are for bros and talking sports, and every other day of the week is gonna be something completely different. Yeah, right. If I do that, my wife will leave me. I'll be homeless. But she's okay with the Saturday nights and Sunday. But if I tried to do this every day, she'd absolutely. Yeah, the spider community, the praying mantis community. No, actually, Moon, how about I'm going to go with you, and I'm going to join the coin community. I'm going to have the rare coins, or the silver coins. I'm going to be part of that community next there, Moon. As we get closer to the draft, Moon, we'll start talking more about what are the Raiders going to do with that number 1 pick. Are they going to trade it away for some assets? Are they going to pick up the kid from Indiana? Are they going to pick up the other top quarterback? I forgot who it is. Yeah, I hear you on that. My Black Dragon Sports Sorts channel. I think if I did 4 or 5 posts every single day like you do, that would explode. But I've been doing okay. I'm up to like 91, 92 subs on that channel just by posting. Usually I post like 3 days a week. Sometimes 5 in one day, sometimes 2 on another day. Whatever, about 6 to 10 shorts every single week on that channel, and it gets a few good subs here and there. A Collectorholic is a coin collector. Why am I not surprised that Justin collects coins? Because Justin, I feel, is our resident eclectic collector. He collects a little bit of absolutely everything. So I'm not surprised there, Justin, that you have coins. Definitely the big nerd right there. Well, since we had someone like Justin in the chat who's also a resident baseball guy, let's get into a little bit of baseball talk. Not a lot, but let's get into a little bit. We'll start off with the signing of the week. Alex Bregman goes to the Cubs for a $175 million contract. $175 million. Big contract there. The big boy's still out there, though. Bo Bichette. We're here in Phillies. Red Sox now that Bregman's gone. Yankees. Or possibly staying with the Blue Jays. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm reading as of right now. Those are the guys that we're hearing about. Phillies, Red Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays. I'm hearing that Phillies players are already on the phone. They're already, tapping away and text messaging and telling Bo, this is the team you want to belong to. Man, that would get me super excited. I'm already excited and ready, especially now that football's over. I'm excited for baseball to start. But if they can pull that off, that miracle, man, I would love to have Bo Bichette here playing for the Phillies. That's awesome, Collectorholic. Coins from 100 countries, tons of silver, but no gold. Wow, silver is 83 an ounce. Very nice. That's pretty cool that it's rising. I wish I had talked about this before. Years ago when I worked for Sunoco, we used to break down you had to break down the change to put in our safe. Like they had this cup. You'd open up a whole box of quarters, break down each roll and dump them into this thing. So like the cashiers can get their own change and stuff with a code. But I would be the one that would break everything down and check every single roll of quarters and dimes to look for the silver. And at the time, we're talking 2012, 2013, whatever it was worth at that point in time, I had about not quite $17 worth of quarters and dimes and traded it or sold it to a jeweler that gave me $150 for it. I'm sure it's worth a lot more than that now if I had $16.90. But so I'm upset that I did sell it, but I probably still have a few that I didn't sell stacked away, but not like thousands of dollars worth, but it's always nice having some silver. All right, that's great. When it was only $15 an ounce, I lost it all in a boating accident. That's funny. We got Kenneth Bird in the house. What's up going on, Kenneth? Stick around, my friend. We're going old school phone vertical. No more StreamYard, at least for the week. You didn't miss anything. I also did not mention spring training. That's the big date. Spring training for baseball is on February the 20th. I'll keep on reminding you of these important dates through sports, trade deadlines, and such. And then another big date, a little bit closer than February 20th. Sunday, February 15th. And I know if my man Uncanny Swag is listening and still here, Daytona 500, baby. The Super Bowl of NASCAR racing. They do their big Super Bowl at the start of the year. that's almost winning that is almost like more important than winning the whole competition throughout the year. That's on February the 15th, so I can't wait for NASCAR to start back up. We have my main man in chat. Yo, Dean. What's going on, Diener? Good to have you here, pal. I know you've been putting out quite a bit of your own content as of late, and I haven't really watched it. You know, your man's been down and out and sick and doing a whole lot of nothing. Man, it was absolutely brutal. Even when you guys saw me last week, I was still not feeling it. I still tried to rest and take a couple days off. I didn't go back to work until Thursday, and sure enough, first day back, it was horrible. Oh, it was brutal trying to work. Then Friday and Saturday, it rained both days. Oh, that was even worse. The entire day in the cold rain, delivering packages. It was miserable. I was miserable. Nose running. Me coughing and hacking all day. I'm coughing on the packages. No, definitely not on the packages, but I was definitely hacking up a lung all day for the past 2 days. So I'm like, man, why do you guys put us out in that stuff? I'm going to go right back on the shelf and take another few days off of being sick again by you guys letting me out there in the damn cold. We got going on. We'll still talk NBA, NHL, NFL, but I want to open up some cards. Dean, you get one shot. How about them Eagles? Your one shot. Take your best shot at me. My Eagles did shit the bed. I'm not going to blame our quarterback. I thought our quarterback played a pretty decent game. Saquon played a pretty decent game. Could have been an even better game if some better calls were made. He did drop a pass. If I'm going to talk shit about anybody on our squad, and I am a fan, I have plenty of his cards. AJ Brown can suck a dick right now. That's how I feel. You know, I'll get back in. If he's going to be on the squad next year, I'll get back on being a big fan. But right now, I'm pissed off at this guy who caused problems all year, complained all year. I can't get the ball. My stats aren't and dropped the ball like 4 times today. You're in the playoffs and you drop the ball 4 times. You're supposed to be an elite freaking wide receiver and you can't get the job done. AJ Brown, you got nothing to complain about other than looking at your hands and saying, damn you for letting me down, hands, because I couldn't catch a ball to save my fucking life today. That's all I'm going to have to say about that. AJ will likely be traded. You're absolutely right on that, Scotty. Oh, hold on 1 second. I am also going to point out if you see that star next to my good friend Mean Dean's name, that means he is a channel member. So thank you. I didn't say it at the top of the show. Thank you to all my channel members. That's Mean Dean, Jazambi, Brittany, Small Town Rips, 2 balls are better than 1, Tex Carnage, and my Hall of Fame member, Justin W. Smith at Big Sky Entertainment. So thank you to all my channel members. Thank you to my good friends over on Spine Ticks Live. Sith Lordly is our host. Uncanny Swag. Dan Delatorre. We miss Perchy. We miss BC. I miss my man Christopher Works, who's in the chat. still repping his squad. Go Bucks. I felt like today, Christopher, our loss to the 49ers was like our loss a couple of years ago to the Bucks. A big ol' letdown for sure. I had high hopes. Thank you, Scotty. Much appreciated, my friend. Now we have the Mega Box Maniac, Scotty Hove, as the newest all-star member to the channel. Thank you there, Scotty. Much appreciated. And I don't do it. I don't like beg people to be members, but I have it there. You know, you get, what happens is you just, I thank you on my live streams. When I do post videos, all the names of my members pop up. And of course, you get priority on receiving cards from your man, Nikki, 2 times. Christopher, yeah, thanks for rubbing that in that you made money on my misery. By all accounts, BC is good. He's just stepped away for at least right now from doing coming in on the live streams, and Perch is doing pretty decent as well there, Dean. Man, I got so wrapped up and excited on Scotty becoming a member, I kind of like lost my train of thought for a minute of what I was saying. But yeah, the Bucks game, I really thought that the 49ers were cooked. They didn't have enough players. Kittle goes down. I mean, I wasn't trying to be a homer. I thought for sure that the Eagles were going to pull it off today, and I thought they were going to pull it off by like quite a big margin. Yeah, it didn't happen. Okay, so sue me for it not happening. All right, I have this box of 2024 Panini Prism. I'm gonna have to find a way to open this. I don't really have. I've got kid scissors. I think I got that. This came from my man Vince, the sports card ripping teacher, who owed me a blaster from me winning the second half of our home run contest. Man, I'm gonna be. I can't wait for us to do that again. Justin, if you are listening, I can't wait to hop back in and do another home run contest. That was an absolute blast. Count them up. We got 6 packs, 4 cards in each pack. How about, I'm thinking, top card of the box, whatever team that they are on, that's who's gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna end up putting that down in the description or whatever. My top poll of these packs, that's who's gonna win the Super Bowl. That's my current prediction. I will take a look at that in a couple weeks. All right, so if Rams are going to be the winner, then maybe I pull a nice Matthew Stafford or Puka Nacua out of this pack. All right, we got the mem right off the jump here. But we'll start off with, oh my God, I can't even pull these. All right, we got a nice rookie Caleb Williams to start us off with, base card. Well, Jaguars, they're out. We got up next, we got a nice retired veteran player, Boomer Esiason. We have, hopefully this guy does become a good star for our, for my Philadelphia Eagles. This is on that orange, like disco parallel or whatever these are called. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He did, have some good reps towards the end of the year, but maybe he'll develop into something. And then my mem. Wow, this is actually a pretty cool mem. It is a foil Premier Jerseys Spencer Rattler. So I've already lost the prediction because that's probably going to be the best card of the box. And we all know that the Saints aren't winning the Super Bowl. Can't win it if you're not even involved. Open up into the next pack. We're looking at Tyler Lockett. Lamar Jackson. Fell short, Jordan Love. And our next orange disco, Deshaun Watson. So far, 2 packs in, not looking so good. Dino, you're going to have to message me later on who you're actually dibsing because I'll totally forget. All right, our 3 base cards. We're looking at Jalen Hurts. I probably have this card already. Patrick Surtain. I'm the best polo box. I got my in a box. Roma Dunze. So a couple good base rookie Bears cards. Shout out to my man Rance. 2 balls are better than 1. Our next orange disco parallel, Aaron Jones. We are halfway done with this box. Here's in my videos where I would say, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment, and all that nasty stuff. But I know you guys are already following me and supporting me, and I appreciate it. Up next, Brian Robinson Jr. Jonathan Stewart. Could very well be going to the Super Bowl, but not for the team that he's wearing in this particular card. We got Sam Darnold in his Vikings uniform. Hopefully the Seahawks will do pretty good and go far. I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's not who I'm rooting for, but our next orange is a rookie. We're looking at Tip Riemann. Just the Tip Riemann. On to the next pack, guys. You felt uncomfortable? Well, it's less itchy, less chance for those nasty dingleberries when you're shaving, if you shave down there. Up next, Terry Bradshaw, the only one on the panel who actually predicted the 49ers to win today. Yeah, that might have been a little bit overboard there, Swaggy. But, being a little bit vulgar and dirty, might get some more views to the channel. People are scrolling by and hearing me talk about shaving your nuts to get rid of the dingleberries. That might be a good way to get people watching. All right, Michael Wilson. Hold on, I think this is a... I can't tell if this is... No, this is not a parallel or rainbow. I thought it was. Jatavian Sanders. Well, see, you're supposed to brag about your manhood there, Dean, when you do those sort of things. You're supposed to say, it looked like an elephant down there. We're going to go old school with the Redskins logo, no less. LeVar Arrington. And on to the last pack. We are going to finish off. Here's a kid reporter for yous. I'll finish this off with a Alvin Kamara. Chris Jones. Oh, I like this one. This is going into the PC. This might eventually go to Sith. When I say that, I'm talking about those Raiders. We got a silver foil, or rainbow foil, whatever the hell they call these. Sweet looking Brock Bowers. Probably my favorite card of the box. We are going to finish it off, and we were talking Rams earlier. A little Puka Nacua hype. These could be the winners. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. I'm thinking one of those teams in the West. If I had to guess, I think it's going to be one of the teams in the West. All right, now I need... I don't have any... Well, shoot. I feel like an amateur. I don't have any penny sleeves handy at the moment. But if you're just coming in, I did get this nice Spencer Rattler. Not a bad looking card for this kind of less expensive product. It's always better, as Sith would always say, buy what you want, buy the singles. Don't go chasing hits. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Well, I'm looking at your comment there, depends if you're a good wiper or not. If you're not a very good wiper, they can come in a direction and be other places. I'm hoping for your sake and your family's sake, you're a good wiper. Alrighty. Swag, you're going to have to give me an update on score. Somebody give me an update on the score of the game. we might as well then get right into the NFL talk of right now. So we know, this is what we know so far. Rams, they won 34-31 over the Panthers. The Bills today, 27-24 over the Jaguars. Packers, they lost 27-31 to the Bears. And the 49ers beat the Eagles 23-19. So far, 3 of the lower seeded teams have won, with the Bears being the only home team to win so far. So if we keep that trend going, we'll likely see at least one more away team winning and one home team winning. So let's see what's going on. We got my son coming in through NWE wrestling stuff. What's going on, Nick? You see how we're doing it. I need an update from you as well. Let me know. Sixers, they were about to lose the game, but maybe they pulled it off. Crossing fingers. Unless we had a double whammy and no Philly wins for the weekend. Because the Flyers, they got spanked yesterday, 7-2. Yeah, if you guys are not following Nick, big into the wrestling stuff and doing wrestling shorts and whatnot. He hasn't been as active on his channel as of late. That's what he's doing there. My other son, Ethan's NWA Talk, or I think it's at Ethan NBA Win or Ethan Wins. He's been doing live streaming himself on his channel as of late. He's been watching some of the Sixers games and doing play-by-play, and he's chatting away, and it's exciting watching him get excited because that's what he wants to do for a profession. Uncanny Swag has been there supporting him, and a couple of my other good buddies here have supported that channel for him as well. So I appreciate that you guys aren't just giving me love, but giving the boys some love as well. What we know too, so we know at this point, NFC is set. 49ers will be playing the Seahawks in Seattle, and the Rams will be going to Chicago to play the Bears. Over in the AFC, you have 3 different scenarios that can happen. If the Chargers happen to beat the Patriots today, then they'll play the Broncos. If the Chargers lose, then the Bills will play the Broncos. If the Patriots also win, and the Chargers lose, Patriots will host the winner of the Texans-Steelers game. Also, if the Chargers win, instead of the Bills playing the Broncos, and it will be the Chargers playing the Broncos, the Bills will go to either Houston or Pittsburgh for the winner of that game. So, a couple different scenarios. We'll have a little bit clearer picture, too, after tonight's game, and definitely, obviously, after tomorrow's game, how it all shakes loose. And we'll be back here on Sunday again to discuss what happened in those matchups. But you got your divisional round coming up next week. sorry, everyone. Dying a little bit here. I'm dying inside, too, for my Philadelphia Eagles. We got my man, Justin W. Smith, Hall of Fame member. What's going on, pal? Good to have you here. Hopefully, this week I can get back into the groove of not only producing some more content on the channel, but get back to watching other people's stuff. I know, Justin, you've been getting back into the groove. I know Collectorholic is always posting good stuff. Christopher Works, he's posting his 3-pack Thursdays and some pack Sundays. I'm not sure how many behind I am right now. But you guys are all posting out good content that I got to get back to watching. I do feel like I have still about 30 people right around in that marker, somewhere around that. 30 people I like to try to keep up with and watch. But there's cut that down to about 10 to 12 of you that are here on a regular basis on Sunday nights that are my priority to return the favor and check your stuff out. Sometimes it's not all about making good content. Good content first and foremost, but supporting other people, that's a good thing too. You gotta give back and forth. Believe me, I've watched some, I hate to say it like this, shitty content. I lost signal or you lost signal there, Daniel? Because we're going. It looks like we're going strong here. But I've watched some shitty content in support of people supporting me. But luckily, a majority of the time, and a majority of you guys that support me also put out awesome stuff. No problem, Daniel. You're back. You're here now. You're hanging out and having a good time. That's all that matters. I'm gonna just take those off for a minute because I'm not typically a glass wearer. Those are readers to the lowest degree, but I kind of need them to read you guys on this. It's easier for me to read the comments on StreamYard on the computer or even from my iPad when I have that as a secondary device. But trying to see this small print, and when I do these, which I'll probably do tomorrow, the morning drive after I drop Nick off tomorrow morning for school, I need the glasses. I can't see a damn thing. I can see the drive. I can't see comments. Not that I should be trying to read your guys' comments as I'm driving, but I'm responsible. Don't you worry. I'm a professional. I do drive for Amazon, so I'm a certified badass when it comes to driving. Oh gosh. See, I do have a runny nose. This does kill me. I like Denny's. Denny's always had good chicken fingers and mozzarella sticks. And a good old, I always like to have a good old French slam. Whether it was in the morning, afternoon, and night, we do a good old French slam. I bet you Moon over Miami, I think I know what he likes to eat from Denny's. That's cool. I'll pick up. Yeah, it's been a while. Denny's was the hangout for us club kids. You know, we'd go to the club and jam and two-step to the industrial, and waving around to the goth music, and then we would go to places like Denny's afterwards to chill and hang out till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's what us club kids did, or even us mall rats as well on other days. We had 3 different Denny's in a couple different cities that we would go to on a regular basis. The spider omelet. What, going back to Denny's? I should go to Denny's for the swipe. Oh man, this is tough. I found out I did like it when I had a partner that I could step away and block the camera for a second and mute myself, but now I'm gonna have to just slide. Here's right off. On something. Oh yeah, it'll definitely have to not be on a Sunday night. I'm sure Swag wouldn't mind doing a collab, my boy, but he's not gonna do a Sunday night. I know dinner and family and all that stuff. All right. Sorry about all that. Maybe I'll be good for this second hour as we're getting ready to jump into it. I don't know about that. I mean, we're the only friends you got left there, Steve. I don't think you need any more though. We're the top of the heap, you know, where the cat's meow, the bee's knees, the cream that always rises to the top. That's me and Swag. That we are your best friends. We intend to stay that way. Oh shit! See, and it's funny that you showed the cat shirt yesterday because you know me and my best friend, or you know my best friend of those days, him and I lived together on a couple occasions. We would go to these clubs, and everybody would be all decked out and all this leather and lace and girls in corsets and chokers and the guys with spikes and blah 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 blah, and I would show up in a pair of blue jeans and a black shirt, and I still always wore some sort of baseball cap backwards, and my man, he would wear like jeans and a button-up black shirt or whatever, and that's it. We were unassuming, but we still practically ran those places, dead middle of the dance floor, everybody surrounding us and having a good time. We made loads of friends back then, but we didn't have to go crazy and over the top to know our love for what kind of music we liked. We didn't have to try to be different and stand out. I think we stood out because we weren't doing those sort of things. When I first started clubbing at like 14, 15 years old, it was like all kinds of different stuff. We had what was called the alternative room. So the alternative room, you had At 1 minute, you're listening to Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. The next minute, you're listening to Rollins Band. Then you're listening to 9 Inch Nails, Nitzer Rep, Front 242. You know, just a mishmash, all kind Men Without Hats. You know, all the cool 80s tunes, but a lot of different stuff. Then, as I got older, we started moving into a lot of different clubs that were what they call goth industrial clubs or goth industrial EBM. So you had times where it was all the gothy music, but other times it was your I think EDM, EBM. I always get it confused and messed up, but you know, German trance, German industrial music. Look it up. Look up German industrial. Look up stuff like Nitzareb, Oomph, or 0 miles per hour, but it's Oomph. Look up groups like those 2 or 3 are really good from back in the day. Orange Sector, and One. Now, if you look up N1, about 8 different things are gonna pop up. You got Thug Rap N1, you got the basketball guys that are N1 or whatever, but N1, EDM, I think is what you got to put in, or EBM. You'll find that's a lot of good music in my opinion. We got my girl in the house, Veronica. You're gonna have to bear with me, because you know on my show, I gotta go a little bit extra for Veronica. And hopefully my palate holds up to let my girl know that I'm thinking about her. That's Veronica for everybody out there. And Chris is crazy crafty life, 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 Chris is crazy crafty life. Woo! That was a whole mouthful just to show my girl Veronica that I do care and do appreciate the support that you give to my channel there, Veronica. You know, I'm an eclectic listener. I could go with house music too. I can go with techno music. I just had certain preferences. I went to an all-famous club when I was 14, 15, 16 years old. A place called Pulsations. Those of you some of you may be familiar with John Taffer from Bar Rescue. He actually helped open up Pulsations here on the East Coast. They had like a spaceship that a robot came out that was actually featured in the movie Mannequin. But Pulsations had what was called that alternative room, which was like a little hole in the wall. But if you came out of the alternative room, you had the main dance floor. It was playing all the hip hop, dance, house. I blended in and worked both crowds. I had a lot more friends in the alternative room because I was certainly, a geeky, nerdy kid and whatnot. But yeah, I like it all. But I went to clubs more for the goth industrial and heavy metal, and I go to clubs too where they actually had mosh pit time. At midnight, the DJ would play 3 songs, like 3 hard-hitting, heavy songs that people mosh pitted to in the middle of the dance floor. all your security would go around and we would mosh pit in the middle of the friggin' dance floor for 3 songs. And I'm glad it was only 3 songs, because that was about, even at a young age of like 20, 21, 22 years old, 3 songs was about all my heart and lungs could handle, being a heavy smoker back then. But it was thoroughly enjoyable. I definitely have fond memories of those days. And I'm always constantly looking to try to find pictures and videos from that time. to share. I know, Sith, you've been posting a lot of stuff on Instagram. I'm trying to come across some of that stuff that I had from back then, too. But we... All right, it's been a little while since I've done things this way, so bear with me. I'll find something different because that was only an hour. Usually I'd have this all set up for you guys. Problem is, it's going to be all like chill type music. We got my girl Brittany in the house. What is going on, Brittany? And if you notice, next to Brittany's name, she's got, I guess, like the yellowy, orangey star, because she's been a channel member for a while now. Alright, so nothing to really rock out to. But we're grooving. It's Sunday Funday. We're filled with the vibes, baby. I'm back in the bedroom. I'm back in the chair with no headphones. So you know what that means when we get into hour number 2. It's been a long time coming. And one for the other way. Let's kick off into hour number 2, shall we? We still have NBA to talk about. We have NHL and anything you guys would like to discuss. You know how we keep it going. I wish it was that simple there, Sith, to say I didn't like the guy. I had to get rid of him. But I love my man, BC. And I don't know where he's at. If BC is around or other people around it, talk to BC. Help me bring him back. Tell him he is needed to even increase the vibes even further here on Sunday nights. He brought a little something extra. He also, I was able to bounce stuff off of the guy. He was a lot more knowledgeable on baseball than myself. He was a lot more knowledgeable on cards than myself. So it was great to have BC here. Good friend. BC, if you're out there listening, I miss you. The Saturday guys miss you too. He's certainly not fired. He's always welcome back. Maybe swag chased him away. Maybe that's kind of what it is. So we'll have to put this all on swag. Hey, and Veronica, we're all due for a break at some point in time. I think the only person who doesn't take breaks is Sith. Sith will go from 10 hours down to 2 or 3, as his break, but he's still doing 2 or 3, which is still 2 or 3 more than a lot of us do that feel like we need breaks. That is awesome, Veronica. I wish I could take an actual vacation. You know, my time off from work was me laying in bed for 6 straight days, just sweating a fever out. It's been a while since I've actually taken a vacation, but I'm telling you right now, no matter what, whether I'm still at Amazon, I'm still at another job, or I'm working another job, and I don't have vacation time, I'll just ask for the time off. My 50th birthday is coming up this summer. The wife is turning 40. We're going to have ourselves a great time. Our plan is to go on a cruise. Just us. No kids. No friends. No nothing. Just her and I enjoying each other's company for once. We haven't had time like that ever in our entire relationship. So that's the plan. That'll be a true vacation. Now, I admit, as much as I want that, we'll probably be thinking about the kids almost the entire time. And, that's going to be kind of rough being away from my baby girl like that for an entire 5 days or 7 days or whatever kind of trip we decide to do. But we're going cruising. Don't know where we're going out of yet because we haven't locked that down as of right now, but we can go to New York, we can go to Baltimore. By then, they're opening up a facility here in Philadelphia as well for cruises. So we got to decide which, who we're taking, Norwegian or one of the other ones. One of the Disney cruises, who knows, but that's the plan. Packages. Sith, I forgot to tell you, I was like this. I dropped off a package to someone's house. It wasn't even in like an envelope or a box or this and that. I grabbed it and I'm walking to the door to deliver it, and then I notice it's a thing like this big, like a brick, and it was 150 top loaders with like 300 penny sleeves, and it had like 1 or 2 one-touches as well. It was like a collector's box. I was like, and I put it down at the steps, and I was like, I could really use that right about now. Oh, jeez. I can't believe that wasn't in a box. Yeah, that's the plan for me coming up there too, Veronica. Doing a little application dropping. It pays. Amazon pays well. I won't complain about what they pay. I won't even complain about how they how they treat us or whatnot. It's a good company. The sub company I work for is a good company. But again, I'll say it over and over again and complain a lot about it. I'm 49, almost 300 pounds. And the work is very difficult. The one complaint on their end I'll give is they give you so many stops and locations that you have to hit and whatnot that if you take any kind of break, it really puts you behind. And I'm even without sitting down and taking a full half or whatever, or even if I take, say, 2 minutes here to drink some water, 2 minutes here to scarf down a sandwich, another 3 minutes over here to pee, and I've maybe taken 10 minutes break the whole day, and I'm still working a 10, 11 hour day. That's not the kind of job I want to continue to work for. It takes about 40 minutes to sometimes an hour to get to the job on a turnpike that I'm paying tolls for the turnpike. It takes right around 35, 40 minutes coming home on that turnpike. So that's a long, long day. It is only 4 days a week. I like that, having the 3 days off. But I would rather be at a job closer to home, like around the corner or something, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, daytime work, and I'd be okay with even getting paid a tad bit less. Not a lot less. I still have a family to take care of. And job market is very, very ugly. I don't remember how expensive the top loaders were during Rona because I wasn't collecting yet back then. I got back into the hobby back in 23 when the Eagles, that was when the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. It was weird. I watched a YouTuber, I'll say his name, I don't mind saying his name, Skyby Cards. That asshole got me into watching rip videos and watching other people's rip videos and deciding to start doing it myself. And thousands of dollars later, here I am. And that was back in 23. In February 23 was when I started the channel. So we are right here, just about at the 3-year mark of the channel, hitting that anniversary. Which, now I think about it, as we start getting closer in another month or two, we're going to be hitting more the new Top Series 1 baseball. That was the first big boy purchase I made. I opened up a jumbo hobby box and a regular hobby box that first year. And then just a hobby in 24 and a hobby in 25. Now I'm ready for 26 to roll around. Yes, I will be spending a little bit of money. I know Phoenix football just came out, so I do want to open up at least 1 or 2 blasters of that. And I think there's another football product that may have come out recently as well. I'll have to. With me having been on the shelf and sick, I haven't been to Walmart in a couple weeks. But I know I want to at least open up those leading into, yes, I will end up buying a hobby box of Top Series 1 baseball. And then we'll see whatever basketball product is still going to come out. I do actually have, I made a video, I opened up back in, I guess it was in December, Topps Black, or it was like Topps Black Friday special product, basketball. Made a video, didn't edit it or post it yet, so that'll come out shortly. And I was pissed off that I bought that box. Yep. I was opening up product a little bit before that and stopped before that. Yeah, when I was a kid, 85, 86, 87, I was definitely opening up all that. 86 was, if I remember correctly, because I was pretty sure I was 10. No. I'm sorry, I was 9. So 40 years ago, if I'm doing my math correctly, because I'm pretty sure I was in 4th grade, 40 years ago was when Series 1 Garbage Pail Kids came out. And I had them all. And I wish I'd taken better care of those cards. And yes, I had them all. I had Atom Bomb and all those top ones. I still have a few. I've shown them on the channel where my dad had taken my entire collection of cards. Had some of those. In horrible shape, mind you. But to still have some Series 1s laying around is awesome. I had them all. Slick Nick, Chris Hiss, Atom Bomb, list goes on. I can't think of the names right now, but it was such a good time. I remember, I forgot his name right now. Uh, the guy who, his name was like Don something rather, who did all the buy all these sets, and then he became a play-by-play commentator for Total Impact Wrestling TNA. I forgot his name, but he used to be the guy that would go on like QVC or whatnot and sell all the series sets, and he'd have a table, and he'd start stacking them up for $299. You get series, you get 90-91 Donruss baseball, you get 90-92, 93 Donruss baseball. Like he'd stack them up, and you get them all for the low price of $299. You can't find that deal anywhere. What's going on there, Jim? Nah, you miss me crying. You miss me grabbing the tissues and wiping the tears away. All right, so we will talk some basketball. I don't have the slides. That's nice for you guys. I have to look at crazy slides that I put up. So I'll just go over the details. We can run through them real fast. We'll start off with the NBA. I know some of you out there like the NBA. We'll go with your top 6 teams. Not 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just the top 6. Pistons are in first. Knicks in second. Celtics in third, Raptors fourth, Sixers fifth, and the Magic are currently in sixth. Over in the West, Oklahoma City Thunder in first, Spurs second, Nuggets third, Timberwolves fourth, Lakers fifth, and the Rockets in sixth place. Tommy, welcome in. I'm not familiar, don't know if you've ever been here to the channel, but welcome in. Congratulations on your win. If you want to talk smack, feel free. I won't kick you out. You could say whatever you like, just about. No racial comments, no perverted type stuff, but say what you like. You have been subbed to me for a while. Well, I appreciate that, Tommy. I apologize if I should remember you. I haven't seen you around that I can remember or aware of. This is the first time I've gone back to doing phone vertical since September. I've been doing StreamYard for the past handful of months, but decided I wanted to switch back to the phone to see if I can get some new people to check on the channel, see if there was a little bit of a test, because when your man was running this channel, especially last year, right around this time, Eagles playoffs and us running through everybody, there was 15 people in here, 20 people in here, 35, 40 watch hours every single week, having a blast. Now, only the few hardcore friends are left. We're getting about 7, 8 people in at a time, maybe 15 to 20 watch hours. So it's cut down. So everything was going good through maybe getting into September. I switched to StreamYard. I'm going to test. I'm going to go back to doing it this style for a while. I'm going to do a couple other little things where I was getting a little too political. Maybe I scared some people off and doing some hashtags that maybe people weren't appreciative, or YouTube itself was what they call shadow banning me and didn't like the things I had to say and weren't pushing my content out the way they used to. So trying to test the waters and take a step back so maybe your man can come out on top again. Unlike my Eagles, but like your 49ers. Well, I could say I don't like your 49ers. I don't hate them either. I feel bad for you is that Kittle got hurt. I think he should retire at this point because he just had too many injuries as of late, and this could be the big one that maybe he makes a decision to call it quits. Maybe he should go try his hand at wrestling for a little while, since he seems to enjoy going to the WWE events. Now, we won a division because we're still a damn good defense that, what more could they have done? Yes, they gave up, 20 some points or whatever, but, couple interceptions, a lot of some 3 and outs, they really did their job for the most part, containing that team. But at the end of the day, we didn't get it done. They did. They get to move on. And I have to sit here and eat crow and take it. But at least I got to eat my hot chicken first in peace before the loss. Now, we need a new offensive coordinator. And I know there's plenty of blame to pass around. Jake Elliott missing a extra point. Us going for certain plays because we couldn't rely on him or we're too scared to rely on him. A.J. Brown dropping passes. But at the end of the day, we had things working and cooking at the beginning of the game. Because we were doing something that we did a lot last year. So here. Open up your ears, listen closely. Especially if you're not a huge into the Eagles or no football and whatnot. Last year, we ran the RPO. That was a huge deal. What RPO does, the ball is snapped. Jalen Hurts puts it into the belly of Saquon. He can either then release it and let Saquon go, or he can pull it back out and run himself. Or third option is to pull it back and pass. We didn't do that the entire year this year. Like, no RPO. We did RPO. We did play action, screens, our bread and butter on the road to winning a Super Bowl last year. All that behind, where people had to guess exactly what the Eagles were going to do, which made it an easier job for the offensive line to push people around and get Saquon those 2,000 plus yards that he had last year. But our calling was pedestrian this year. We started off today's game right in the thick of things and in the mix doing RPO, and I was in complete and utter shock and thinking, wow, maybe we just held back and went vanilla on purpose all year and just coasted in here, and now we're going to just start throttling people. And it kind of looked like that at the beginning, but then they stopped making those calls. They went back to pedestrian calls. So for that reason, fire Patullo. At this point, I'm even saying fire Sirianni, because if Sirianni can't sit there and rein in his offensive coordinator or all the dumb penalties that we got today, that's a head coach's fault. Anyways, we're still talking NBA right now. Your points leaders, Doncic, 33.3 points. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 31.9 points, and Tyrese Maxey, 30.7 points per game. I know he reached, I think, 39 or 40 points tonight. Rookie leaders, Con Knuppel at 19.1 points, Cooper Flagg, 18.9 points, and VJ Edgecombe, 16.1 points per game. So we got the third best points leader, and we have the third best rookie in points. So that could be why we're doing at least pretty decent so far this year. Big news of the week, Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Grizzlies are now talking about that they are open to trading Ja Morant. So we'll see by the deadline, which is February the 5th, if we have any other big splashes to happen in the NBA. Over in the NHL, we're looking at, in the Eastern Conference, Atlantic Division, Detroit, 58 points, Tampa Bay, 57, and Montreal, 56. Over in the Metro, you have Carolina with 59, the Islanders with 56, and my Flyers with 52 points. And your two wild card spots, Buffalo with 52 and Washington with 52 points. Now, over in the West, this is where it gets really interesting because you got some teams that are way above and beyond the other teams in the league. In the Central, Colorado Avalanche, 73 points. Dallas Stars, 61 points. And Minnesota Wild, 61 points. Unbelievable. Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights have 52 points. Edmonton with 51. San Jose Sharks with 49 points. And then your two wild card contenders, Seattle Kraken, 48 points. And the LA Kings with 48 points. It was briefly discussed last night. And Sith, I'm like, yes. What happened to the Anaheim Ducks? They were looking tremendous. At one point in November, 6-game winning streak. They were on top of the world, leading the Pacific. Things were looking golden for them. Now they're not even in contention. 9-game losing streak that they're currently on. That's brutal. 9-game losing streak. This is what I have been excited to this point for the Flyers, because at this point already the Flyers would have had some big losing streaks like that as well. But what's been nice with the Flyers this year and why they're in a contention spot is only once this year have they've lost back-to-back games in regulation. At this point, after a loss, they have the best record after a loss at 15 wins, 1 loss, and like 7 overtime losses or something like that. So they've been pretty unbelievable after a loss, not going through the streaks. I know last year after the Four Nations, they won like 2 out of 3 games coming back from that, and then they went on like a 7 or 8 game losing streak and totally knocked their chances out. So hopefully after the Olympic break, they don't fall apart, and I'm going to discuss that in a minute as well. But sorry. First, let's talk the leaders. Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche, 78 points. Connor McDavid for Edmonton also has 78 points. Macklin Celebrini, 70 points. Yeah, no sophomore slump there. Congratulations to him also making Team Canada. Your rookie leaders, Ivan Demidov, 36 points. Beckett Seneca for those Anaheim Ducks, 34 points. He's a big boy, Sith. He is a big boy. Beckett Seneca is a big young man. And Matthew Schaefer in third with 29 points. I think, again, as we get a few more weeks in the bag, football season closes out. Definitely after the Olympic break, we'll start diving further into looking at these top rookies. But for the Olympics, last game before the break will be on February the 5th. Your Olympic Games take place between February 11th and February 22nd. Play resumes in the NHL on February the 25th. And then your trade deadline in hockey is March the 6th. So I'm thinking right about then, as we get into wherever that falls, play resuming / deadline, then we'll start diving further into looking at your Rookie of the Year candidates. I think maybe these three guys and another two or three will definitely separate themselves out. We'll do the same thing over in the NBA as well. Obviously, Knipple, Flag, and BJ have been really separating themselves, but you have a couple other guys out there like Jeremiah Fears and Dairy Queen and one or two other guys out there. Coward, Cedric Coward, or maybe one or two others, but cream always rises to the top, right? Have I said that a couple times tonight? Cream definitely rises to the top. So we'll see as we get into February and March and football ends that we could start discussing that. Start ramping up some baseball talk as well when that season starts. And if you can stand to listen to me talk about NASCAR, we'll get into some of that talk as well. Especially since I've been cutting these last couple of shows short. You might actually will see me do some weird, dumb, impromptu lives during the week. Don't feel obligated to ever watch those or watch and replay or any of that dumb stuff. But I'm just testing out a bunch of different things. See what sticks. Throw it all at the dartboard. See what stays. See what hits that triple 20, and get a nice 180. Speaking of 180, oh, that was a 360. This is the 180. I still got my man Saquon Barkley. I got his back. Just like all you out there have my back. Thank you very much. Let's shout it out. Let's count it down. We had my man Moon over Miami hanging out with us tonight. Daniel Kreifel was in the house. We had Scotty Hove, the Mean Box Maniac. He was in the house. Sith Lordly coming in from his Spine Ticks live channel. Justin over at Three Good Nerds was here. We had Collectorholic. We had Uncanny Swag. We had Kenneth Bird stop by for a couple. We had my main man, Yodine, in the house. Christopher Works was here. Justin W. Smith. We had Brittany in the house. Oh, I love you, Brittany. We had Jim NFL. We had Tommy Huxley, not giving me the business too much, but he was in here hanging out. And then we also had my girl, Veronica, from Christy's Crazy Crafty Life, 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 who is still here. That's my girl, Veronica, at Christy's Crazy Crafty Life. She was hanging out. You guys were all supporting me. Awesome. We had the great Sunday vibes. Come back next week and hang out with me again. at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Followed by Saturday night shows over at Spine Ticks, live in Your Team Sucks, where Sith Lordly is hosting a panel of myself, Uncanny Swag, and Dan Delatorre. Paul Dave's coming in at the last minute, thought he can sneak in there and give me a little shot about my Eagles being out. But I still love you, Paul. At least my team made the playoffs this year. Unlike your dirty Chiefs, who that dynasty is completely over. But I still love you, Paul. As always, guys, you all have a wonderful night.